So I just want to let you know, guys, that your presence here is really important. I've had the privilege of watching people learn meditation, including myself, and how it impacts all people. It impacts people down the street. It impacts people on the other side of the county. It impacts people on the other side of the world. There was a study done where the Dalai Lama and a band of his monks came into Washington, D.C., and not everyone knew that they were there meditating for a week or so. I don't have all the details of this story down exactly, but what I know is that at the end of the study, they had looked at all of these markers as far as how they could measure whether that particular area was benefited by the consciousness of these meditating folks. And what they found was that some of the big days where there would typically be overwhelmed in the emergency room and at the police stations, things were very different. And there was a general sense of things being less dramatic and somewhat boring during that week, unremarkable. And the news stories were a little bit happier and more peaceful. All right. And in ancient Vedic, in thousands and thousands of years ago, so we could look at this in terms of in Asian culture, all of these ancient intelligent cultures that were around the world used some form of meditation, right? And they knew that living life in the present moment was the deal. They knew that it was best hygiene for the nervous system, for the very best life possible, for the highest degree of magic and intelligence in life. So that's what you get. And you can't do it wrong. You cannot do it wrong unless you decide that you're not going to do it at all. You'll get more momentum if you do it with guidance from somebody who's been down the road and established, some kind of experience that you'd like to have. You'll do it faster if you have a really solid meditation tool. I'm offering you several tools in this little program here, but there are other ones out there, including one that I teach with other teachers of the international organization I'm a part of, which is known as The Bright Path. You can check that out at thebrightpath.com. We teach that practice only live, so I won't be doing that in any of my online programs, but you certainly could join us for one of those. But employ a practice that is effective for you, that's going to get you somewhere. Get guidance and find support from people who are also not only wanting to practice meditation and improve the quality of their lives, but kind of geek out on how it really actually helps to affect humanity. I think we all, in some way, shape, or form, want to see the world a better place and leave it a better place for 7 generations and beyond us, right? Our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, the world left a better place than how we found it. And in my opinion, this is the baseline foundation for all of the other things that we could possibly be doing. Like Einstein said, we can't fix problems in the world from the same level of the mind that created them. And when we look at this in terms of human consciousness, the waking state consciousness that most people are walking around in is one where there's obsessive, addictive thinking going on, energy moving outward away from the center of self, away from the experience of peace and purpose and fulfillment, away from the present moment to the past, to the future. And when we begin to employ these kinds of practices and techniques and get our eyes closed, healing the stress in our nervous system, and then protecting ourselves. My dear Christian friend Mary used to say she was armoring herself with the armor of God by praying and meditating. And I experience it very much that way. Things that used to impact me and take me on emotional roller coaster rides don't touch me in the same ways, if at all. They don't disturb my peace as often, if at all. And yet I feel a sense of love and joy and fulfillment and purpose and connection and aliveness in ways that I never could then, because I was too busy riding that roller coaster of life. So you are in the right place. There is so much good coming your way, but you're also providing a service for the people in your life and for people you'll never know you're providing it for. Isn't that cool? I think that that is cool. Because not only is it that we have a heart's great desire to know our true nature, to be present, to feel a sense of fulfillment and purpose, but we also have a really innate desire to help other people. You know, we have an altruism and a sense of desire to serve the greater good. Most of us anyway, right? If you're here, you probably do. And so you're going to fulfill all of that. It's not always going to be glamorous, guys. In fact, sitting down and getting your eyes closed definitely doesn't feel sexy, but it is. It is bad ASS. It's really great. And if your heart's greatest desire has anything to do with peace of mind, with feeling free to experience all kinds of wonderful things in life unconditionally, and if you do have a desire to serve, then don't worry about getting it wrong. Don't care if you're going to fail. You're going to have a gazillion thoughts, and that is a part of life and a part of meditation. I'm going to share a little bit about that in an upcoming video. But right now, I just really want to say, you can't do it wrong. You're in the right place. And please, the best way you are going to succeed at this is to just follow along. So like right now, for example, follow along. Can you be aware of your body? Can you be aware of your eyes? Can you be aware of whatever lighting is around you? Just the sense of light. Notice it. Can you notice your breath? Just watching it. You don't have to change it. But did you notice that I took a deep breath as soon as I put my attention on it? See, you're going to succeed the best if you follow along as soon as I suggest something, and then continue playing with it and ask questions in the Facebook group, at the Meditation School Facebook group, okay? You go in there, you share how it's going, share your successes, share your questions, and that is gonna make this experience more rich and alive, lasting, sustainable, fortified for you. All right, well done, welcome, and this is gonna be so awesome. Let's get started.